Moving on with this 1982 D small date cent struck on a bronze planchet. According to Stax Power, this error variety dates to the 1982, an important transitional year in the modern Lincoln cent series. The modified design that the mint prepared for use was a new copper-plated zinc planchet that became known in numismatic circle as the small date variety. This technical misnomer, since as related above, the letters in the word liberty and the motto "In God We Trust" were also modified. The easiest way to identify the small date variety, nonetheless, is by looking at the digits in the date. On the small date variety, the digit 2 in the date is much farther from the reams than it is on the large date variety. This highly sought after penny was sold for $18,800. This is 1995 Lincoln cent in MS69 red condition. Extraordinary specimen with immaculate surface preservation, luster, and eye appeal. A 1995 Lincoln cent graded as MS69 is a high-grade coin that's almost perfect in terms of condition. However, whether it's considered rare and valuable depends on a few factors. An MS69 grade indicates that the coin is virtually flawless under close examination, but falls just short of the highest grade, MS70. Coins graded as MS69 are highly sought after by collectors due to their excellent condition, but they are not extremely rare. Nevertheless, this specimen was sold for $19,202.62 with buyer's fee. This is 1942 D Jefferson nickel in MS66 condition with full steps, highly sought after D over horizontal D variety. According to Heritage, the mint mark was initially punched into the die in a horizontal position and then corrected on the immensely popular guidebook and cherry picker's variety. The FS501 is extremely difficult to locate in high grade, and mint state examples always command extraordinary premiums. The present coin is a spectacular premium gem with sharply detailed design elements and show full step definition of Monticello. The punched mint mark is easily detected. The well-preserved surfaces radiate satiny mint luster under delicate shades of champagne toning. It fetched a sum of $31,725. 13 here is 1971 Lincoln cent with double die Obverse, graded in mint state 66 red by PCGS. This is an easy double die Obverse to spot, although perhaps not for the obvious reasons. Doubling is certainly readily evident on the word liberty, the motto "In God We Trust", and to a lesser extent the date. More prominent, however, is the fact that the Obverse is struck from a slightly misaligned die, with the result that it appears to be somewhat off-center. Bursting with bright, satiny, pinkish rose luster, both sides are silky smooth, and sheen to preclude notice of even trivial distractions. Fully struck and sharp, an undeniably beautiful coin. It was sold for $3,120. Number 15 here is 1940 Washington quarter in PR67 plus condition. Neatly preserved specimen with slight olive green amber and russet tone patination around the eastern rims of Obverse. Strike is overall sharp and fields are void of distracting contact marks. This CAC proven proof gem ended up selling for $1,680. This is 1914 Lincoln cent in brown MS64 condition. Fully original and aesthetic appealing, this otherwise medium brown example reveals ample remnants of faded rose luster at direct lighting angles. The strike is sharp and the surface is fully choice in quality, which features further enhance the desirability of this key date Lincoln cent. This elusive penny ended up selling for $3,525. This is 1945 P Jefferson nickel in MS67 plus condition with full steps. Rich satin luster provides this high-end superb gem example with immediate eye appeal. Areas of toning are present on both sides, primarily at the peripherals of Obverse, accentuating the silver center. Among the colors appearing are gold, cherry, and lime green. Importantly, this example exhibits the all-important full steps, further adding to the desirability of this gorgeous example. A few minuscule marks on the reverse do not pose a distraction. It was sold for $8,812.50. Here is 1959 Washington quarter in MS67 condition. Unmarked surfaces are silver white in the centers with thin border rings of iridescent, jade, amber, and rose hues. Less than 40 examples of this Washington quarter issue have achieved MS67 grade at PCGS. It was sold for $11,750. This is 1948 Franklin half dollar in MS67 condition with full bell lines. According to NGC's enormous mintage of dollars during the war years had led to reduced production during 1946-1947, and this carried over into the new series, if not for saving of 1948p half dollars by the road. As was a custom of so many collectors and dealers at the time, this issue might have been slightly scarce. Gems are plentiful through the grade of MS65 with enough MS66 coins to satisfy more advanced collectors. The desirable designation full bell lines is available as well, but scarce in MS67 condition and higher. This specimen was sold for $12,947.62 with buyer's fee. This is 1955 double die Obverse cent, graded in mint state 64 plus, read by PCGS, a remarkably well preserved and attractive example of this prize variety in the Lincoln cent series. Full pinkish rose luster sets this coin apart from the typical mint state survivor with brown or at the best red and brown surfaces, boldly struck and so smooth as to be virtually in the gem category. Doubling is boldly observed in all Obverse letterings, no close inspection is required. It was sold for $19,975. The 1930D wheat penny in MS66 plus red condition, a charming gem that sports vivid rose red luster to smooth satin surfaces, fully struck as well, and a delight to behold. The 1913D has a respectable mintage of 15,804,000 pieces, and it's among the more readily obtainable Demer mint issues in early Lincoln cent series. While there are enough mint state coins around to satisfy less discerning collectors, advanced Lincoln cent specialists will be disappointed by the prevalence of poorly struck pieces among the survivors. This elusive specimen was sold for $23,500. Here is 1971 as proof Eisenhower dollar with Type 1 reverse, graded as PR68 dip Cameo by PCGS. This coin is an original gem housed in original package from the mint. It is accompanied by a special box, boasting rolling watery mirrors and thickly frosted devices. Hazy sky blue patina appears on surfaces attesting to the originality of this first year of Eisenhower dollar series. It was sold for $30,550. In 1974, the Lincoln cent in MS67 plus red condition. According to PCGS, the 1974 D Lincoln cent is very common. The mint struck over 4.2 billion examples that every Lincoln cent collector can own many of them. In circulated grades up to MS66, they are common. In MS67, they are much scarcer overall. In MS68 or higher, they are considered rare. This MS67 plus gem was sold for $1,125.01 with buyer's fee. This is 1970 No S Roosevelt diamond PR69 Cameo condition. Amazing Cameo surfaces are mainly untoned and well impressed. Experts seem to think that only about 2,200 dimes were struck without S mint mark. This was due to the fact that one die was prepared at Philadelphia and sent to San Francisco to be used. Apparently, the quantity mentioned above was released before the mistake was found and corrected, giving a collector a great error to acquire. This elusive dime ended up selling for $1,980. 1993 Memorial Penny in MS68 plus red condition. A 1993 Lincoln Memorial cent graded as MS68 plus red is indeed a high quality coin. A coin graded as MS68 plus red is in exceptional condition, nearly free of any noticeable imperfections. Such high-grade coins are relatively rare because they have survived in an uncirculated state, preserving their original mint luster and surface quality. This scarce specimen was sold for $1,184.62 with buyer's fee. Here is 1910 Lincoln cent in MS67 red condition. This beautiful coin offers the technical quality and the eye appeal that Lincoln cent collectors would want all of their coins to possess, but few of which actually do. First, the surfaces are as bright and fresh as the day the coin emerged from the dies. The color is original and highly attractive. Both sides feature a blend of salmon pink, golden rose, and medium orange shades. Fully struck and free of even the most trivial blemishes, it was sold for $24,000. A 1969 Lincoln cent, but just an ordinary superb gem example with no doubling elements on Obverse, graded in mean state 67 by PCGS. Surfaces are free from blemishes or toning. Only large distraction is the slanting mark on the head of the president. This penny displays vibrant mint luster, and eye appeal is very pleasing. It was sold for $3,000.38 with buyer's fee. 1942 Washington quarter in PR68 condition. This is an exceptional example of the proof 1942 Washington quarter, both sides with crescents of intense multicolored iridescent patina around the peripheries, otherwise lightly toned in pale silver. The surfaces are uniformly mirrored in finish with a virtually pristine appearance. Impressive condition rarity from a mintage of 21,123 coins. This example was sold for $4,800. This is 1931 S Lincoln cent in MS65 plus red condition. Comes with green CAC label on the holder. CAC is a third-party coin authentication and grading service that evaluates coins previously certified by other reputable grading services like NGC or PCGS. CAC uses a strict evaluation process to determine whether a coin's grade assigned by another grading service is accurate and fair. If CAC believes that the coin's grade is appropriate, they affix a special CAC sticker to the coin's holder. This sticker indicates that the coin has passed their additional scrutiny and meets their standards of quality within its assigned grade. This MS65 Plus red gem was sold for $1,100.25 with buyer's fee. And this is 1965 Lincoln cent in MS67 Plus red condition. The 1965p Lincoln cent is very common, especially since over 1.49 billion examples were struck. Only in MS66 condition is it somewhat scarce, yet still thousands of MS66 examples should still be out there. Keep an eye out for high-end MS66 examples, since those are very scarce according to PCGS, especially since examples in MS67 condition are very difficult to find and truly scarce, despite having a very large mintage. This elusive specimen was sold for $4,050 with buyer's fee. And this is 1952 S Roosevelt dime in MS69 condition. Best in a vivid mint set toning, both sides exhibit rich crimson copper and orange russet peripheral colors around the lighter, old silver centers. All areas are equally smooth with not even a single trivial blemishes in evidence. It was sold for $5,750. 1919D Mercury dime in MS64 Plus condition with full bands. Colorful iridescence cradles the borders of this impressive near gem. The luster is overall satiny and entirely unbroken by friction or blemishes of consequence. A full strike is apparent to all devices with intricacies sharp for even the most stubborn regions. The Obverse is host to a number of die cracks concentrated on lower peripheries, with a bisecting crack that extends from 6 o'clock to 12 o'clock border, a gorgeous representative of this desirable strike and condition rarity. It was sold for $6,462.50. 1959D Washington quarter with multicolored toning, graded in mean state 67 plus by PCGS and proven by CAC. Exceptionally vivid multicolored toning enhances virtually pristine surfaces on both sides of this captivating superb gem. Like its identically dated Philadelphia mint counterparts, the 1959D is surprisingly scarce in the finest mint state grades. For a late date 90% Washington quarter with mintage of 62,054,232 coins. This highly sought after gem was sold for $9,600. The 1922 Lincoln cent with no D mint mark and strong reverse. Lincoln cents were struck at the Denver Mint in 1922. A small number of them were manufactured from this set of dies with a D mint mark, ground of Obverse. This choice, extremely fine representative features a problem-free chocolate brown surfaces and light rub for the grade. Sold on August 14, 2023 for $2,400. 1961 D Jefferson nickel in MS64 plus condition with full steps. Exceptionally well struck for the 1960s Jefferson nickel. This important near gem also offers bright satin luster. For most dates in the Jefferson nickel series, the pursuit of perfection boils down in many instances to the number of steps visible on the porch of Monticello on the reverse, and not the numeric grade. Indeed, many dates may have listing of MS67 or other lofty grades, but perhaps the finest certified coin with FS details is just MS64. Many dates, particularly in 1950s and early and mid-1960s, are as flat as proverbial pancake in that area. To appreciate how elusive the 1961 D Jefferson nickel is with full steps, just take a look at the population data of PCGS. This gem was sold for $4,800. 6. 1943 D Lincoln Cent in MS67 condition. This is an elusive wartime penny with repunched mint mark on Obverse. Pristine looking surfaces are satin in texture and virtually perfect in every way. An intriguing coin, although the repunched D is obvious and noted. It was sold for $10,200. 10. Here is 1958 Lincoln Cent in MS67 Plus red condition, another CC proven outstanding gem. While the 1958 Lincoln Cent is not one of the key date or low vintage coins in the Lincoln Cent series, finding one in MS67 Plus red condition is still considered rare. Many coins from that era have not survived in such pristine condition, making high-grade examples relatively scarce and sought after by collectors. This gem was sold for $3,055. 5. 1937 double die Obverse Washington quarter, graded in mint state 66 by PCGS, a stellar example of this rare and desirable double die Obverse variety, with satiny luster basking the fields and devices toned with a hint of yellow haze. Examination of the surfaces will find a little evidence of contact, and this would be a great coin were it simply the usual Obverse die, but this is a dramatically doubled Obverse. Note the doubling on the motto and the date, which is clear with a magnifier. It was sold for $17,825. This is 1939 Lincoln Cent in PR67 Plus red condition. Extraordinary bright orange surfaces are uniformly mirrored and finished with virtually pristine appearance. Upper end gem standing for a survivor of this 13,520 pieces proof issue. It was sold for $3,055. Number 2. This is 1916 D Mercury dime with outstanding toning, graded as MS66 FB by NGC. Star designation. A richly toned, sharply struck, and impressively lustrous gem, example of the most important dime issues of the 20th century, a date that saw a production run of just 264,000 pieces. Both sides of this colorful gem are splashed throughout with lively rose, fiery crimson, neon blue, and deep sunset orange iridescence. The pristine surfaces are essentially mark-free, even under low magnification. It was sold for $45,237.50. And this is 1918 Lincoln Cent in MS68 wet condition. This virtually flawless example really needs to be seen to be fully appreciated. Silky smooth surfaces exhibit vivid mint color of beautiful pinkish red. The striking detail is razor sharp to full throughout the design, and eye appeal is extraordinary. While there is no denying that the 1918 is one of the more plentiful early date Lincoln Cents, high quality mint state examples are scarcer than those of 1916 and 1919. Near the pinnacle of numismatic preservation and quality, this red ultra gem is one of the utmost condition rarity. It ended up selling for $55,200. 16. 1950 D Rosewood diamond MS68 condition with full bands. Rich swaths of autumnal hues paint the borders on each side of this incredible superb gem. The centers remain snow white and brilliant, showcasing essentially pristine surfaces. It was sold for $1,560. 1977 S Lincoln Cent in PR70 deep cameo condition, exquisite collectible item with immaculate surface preservation and striking definition. A 1977 S Lincoln Cent in PR70 deep cameo condition is indeed considered a rare. PR70 deep cameo is the highest grade on the Sheldon numerical scale for grading coins, as the deep cameo designation indicates a coin with exceptionally frosted details and deeply mirrored fields, creating a strong contrast between the design elements and the background. This specimen was sold for $1,406.25 with buyer's fee. This is 1981 S. Susan B. Anthony dollar in PR70 deep cameo condition. As struck with brilliant, sharply contrasted surfaces. Exquisite gem for modern dollar coins collectors. It ended up selling for $1,273.05. In here is 1956 the Jefferson nickel in MS66 plus condition with full steps. The central steps definition is excellent, and this single characteristic distinguishes the current coin with plethora of certified 1956D nickels. Full steps coins are universally scarce and they are rare at the premium gem level. This piece displays satiny lilac gray and bluish luster with few contact marks. Sold on August 17, 2023 for $2,640. This is 1990 D Kennedy dollar in MS67 condition. According to Jaime Hernandez from PCGS, the 1990 D Kennedy dollar has one of the higher mintage for the series. Usually Kennedy dollars with mintage of 20 million or higher are considered really common. However, in gem conditions, the 1990 D Kennedy dollars has proved to be scarcer than many of issues in the series. In MS67 condition, less than 20 are certified by a service, with none being numerically finer. This elusive 50-cent piece ended up selling for $2,233. This is 1951 the Roosevelt dime in MS68 condition, sandy silver patina to most areas. The obverse periphery was halo of more vivid olive orange iridescence, enhancing the coin's appearance. There is not even a single noticeable abrasion, as one should demand at uppermost reach of the mean state grading scale. It was sold for $2,185. Along with his 1964 Kennedy dollar in PR67 deep cameo condition. Popular accented hair variety. The accented hair variety refers to the initial appearance of the President Kennedy's hair on these early proof coins. The engraver Gilroy Roberts, who designed the coin's portrait, had added some extra detail and definition to Kennedy's hair, particularly around the forehead and the hairline. This gave the hair a slightly bolder and more textured appearance. However, after a very short time, it was decided that the hair detail was too pronounced and gave President Kennedy an appearance that some considered unflattering or less accurate. These dyes were subsequently modified to reduce the hair detail, resulting in a smoother and more uniform appearance. Accented hair specimens are truly scarce. This one was sold for $4,300. This is 1990 NOS Lincoln Cent in PR68 deep cameo condition. The 1990 NOS Lincoln Cent is indeed a rare and highly sought after variety among coin collectors. The NOS variety refers to a situation where the coin was struck at the San Francisco Mint, but the mint mark S was omitted from the coin's design. This mistake occurred on a small number of proof coins produced in 1990. At the San Francisco Mint, the absence of mint mark was not intentional and was a result of minting error. It was sold for $4,600. Here is 1951 the Roosevelt dime in MS68 condition with full bands. Splendid olive gold, reddish orange iridescence yields to the brilliance in only few isolated areas. Highly lustrous with fulsome mint frost, this pristine looking superb gem really needs to be seen to be fully appreciated. It was sold for $4,600 as well. Number 6. 1919 Walking Liberty dollar in MS64 condition, CEC proven, early walker. Scarce date with pretty luster and attractive rim toning. This wonderful gem was sold for $5,250. 1983 proof Roosevelt dime with no S mint mark, graded as PR70 deep cameo by PCGS. The famous proof issue dime from the San Francisco Mint, missing the mint mark, very tough to locate in perfect 70 grade. It was sold for $5,500. This is 1941 D Jefferson nickel in MS68 condition with full steps. As perfect as specialists could hope to find, with radiant mint lusters throughout and towering stripe for this issue, this super gem boasts incredible eye appeal with delicate iridescent toning of violet and rose when closely examined. The surfaces are the key factor here, nudging close to absolute perfection with just a few minute signs of handling. It was sold for $11,400. Number 3, 1984 Lincoln cent was double die obverse, graded in mint state 68 plus, read by PCGS, CAC proven superb gem. According to PCGS, the 1984 double die obverse Lincoln cent is considered a major variety in the Lincoln cent series, as the doubling can be easily seen with naked eye. The variety was discovered in the same year in which the coins were struck. There are possibly several thousand examples in existence in all grades combined. This one was sold for $11,812.50 with buyer's fee. The 1913 S Lincoln cent in MS66 red condition. According to Heritage, full red 1913 S Lincoln cents reside in MS63 to MS65 numeric range, with lower grade pieces typically falling into brown or red-brown categories. Similarly, higher grade red coins are rare. Satiny copper orange luster adorns carbon-free surfaces with no distracting abrasions. In keeping with the reputation of 1913 S, this coin exhibits a moderate die erosion in the margins, although the main design elements remain clear. It was sold for $21,610.80 for one, and the most expensive lot of the present episode, 1944 steel penny, highly sought after and valuable error coin. This is a lovely example of the 1944 dated counterpart to the 1943 copper penny, an error made famous by Henry Ford. Smartly impressed with razor-sharp striking detail to the both sides. The surfaces are predominantly bright silver in appearance with a satiny texture. The 1944 steel cent is highly notable and valuable coin in American numismatics due to its unique composition and rarity. In 1943, during World War II, the US Mint switched from using copper for Lincoln cents to a zinc-coated steel composition to conserve copper for war effort. However, in 1944, copper was reintroduced for cent production. The 1944 steel cent therefore represents a transitional error. A small number of cents were struck in steel planchets intended for previous year's coins, resulting in coins with a composition that was incorrect for the date. These coins are generally considered to be mint errors, as they were not intentionally struck in steel. This specimen was graded in mint state 62 by PCGS, and it ended up selling for $45,600. Thanks for watching this video. Your likes and comments are highly appreciated. Do not forget to hit subscribe button below, and have a nice day.